I'm gonna try to get this done as quick as possible, but I'm starting a $100 challenge because I mean I was up 43 cents this event, so I don't really care that this video is coming out after. And let's recap the card, I guess. Not really. I'm just gonna put down my rules for my $100 challenge, and yeah, I guess I don't know. So this isn't really a recap video, I guess, but yeah, I mean, I've been doing very well lately, and I've been up on my bets like for a decent amount, because especially since I found this YouTube channel called UFC Prediction Tracker. He's really cool, and all of the best channels are really great, like MMA Addict and Axel MMA, and so I've been doing a lot. I've been pretty into the UFC lately, so why not just start a little $100 challenge? I was only up 43 cents this week, so here's basically my thinking is that I've I've been tracking things for the last like 41 events, and I found that if you put one unit on every favorite, you're break even, and if you put one unit on every underdog, then this is actually not the case. Then you're down a lot of I don't know what that was, but this is whatever my little like I clearly this is 40 events worth of tracking. I don't know. This is it's just like random. It's opening up there, but whatever. I've tracked for the last 40 events, putting one unit on everybody's picks and blah blah blah. And what I found was that all favorites is break even. All favorites break even for the last 498 picks. You're down 0.05 units on all favorites, and if you put one unit on all dogs, you're down 72 units. So. So basically, the bookies take all of their edge from the dogs. So hypothetically, you should just be able to bet on solid favorites and print money. That's just my kind of conclusion. So I've been doing pretty well lately. Anyways, so this last event, Muhammad versus fucking Bonfim. My bets were yeah. I'll go through the Excel thing really quickly, but Faram pretty much fucked me. But I probably could have seen it coming because Tom Nolan kind of coming up for us. He seemed like he was improving every fight, but he was kind of small, so I don't know. I guess I couldn't have seen it coming. I mean, I thought that Tom Nolan in my notes, he was doing a lot of kicks, a lot of spinning stuff, so I thought that that would be easy takedowns. But yeah, so we were only up 43 cents, so I'm starting my Bankroll challenge. I'm probably going to try to get a video out before the event starts next week. And so check this out, man. This is my thing. It's a pretty big Excel sheet, but before I even went through any YouTube predictors, I went through and watched every last fight of everybody and took notes. So every time that there's a mark on the cell, that's like when there's a note. And these notes are like very long. Each person, I have to click off to get to the next person, but like Brendan Allen, this is like 4 paragraphs worth of notes for each person. And I don't know. So yeah, lots of other than Bryce. It was just I knew Bryce was gonna win, man. Well, I didn't realize that was so hype. I'm glad he out wrestled the Mexican wrestling champion. But anyway, oh man, this is why it takes so long. I just took a marijuana toke also before this. Yeah, I take into consideration like that Catchware is the year of the dragon, stubborn and physical, things like this. Also, this like what for Tom Nolan is a Pisces dragon. This is interesting. I've taken into consideration some weird things, so maybe I'm not the best predictor. Who knows? Maybe if you don't like like energy, weird shit like that. But so then after I watched I got all my own little whatever. My only underdog was Levitt. Yeah, I guess that didn't work out. Then I'll listen to every single like I listen to all of their stuff and I take notes. This is like 13 predictors, or 14, because Fairy did not put out picks for most things. But yeah, I'll like listen to every single predictor, and he says that Bonfim's too flashy. Says his heart picks Shabazz, brain picks Ballin. I did like so many notes. I don't even know. I think this video is just for me to feel good about my effort, even though I only got 40 cents from it or something. But yeah, so this is the beginning of my little bankroll challenge. So once I listened to all of their predictions, I put down all of their picks. And Minnow is actually from my tracking. I have a group of people who I play a game with on Tapology, and then this Minnow guy is me and him are the only guys that are over 10 units, that are up 10 units. There are some other people who are up as well. It's mostly a casual fun game. So then it adds them all up, and this is like the raw amount. Then, like, this is like, this is only profit, or only fighter A, so only favorites. Try not to do dead spit air, and it's already like a 6-minute video. I should be done already. But yeah, it just adds them all up, and then if you win or lose. Did I put the winner Bonfim? Yeah, I did. Okay, cool. So, and then, yeah, so this is what the system would have been up normally, and then with no favorites. That's cool. So the normal system would have been up from Bonfim compared to no favorites, but it would have been, where else? Oh, no, that's it. But it would have been -1. So this, hold on. Yeah, so the normal one is up more than only favorites. That's fine. Anyways, and then I have weighted stake is actually an interesting concept. It's like, for example, this has 2 more predictors out of the 14. 2 more picked Bonfim over Belal, but the weighted stake is only 0.6 for B, not 2B, is because everybody's pick is weighted depending on how many units they're up. So if you only had 2 people picking and they both picked A, but one person was up 20 units and the other person was up 10 units, it would say 1.5A. So so the best predictors all picked Belal, like Wager Zone and Fight Fairy and Funky Bunch. Most of the best predictors picked Belal. So even though more predictors picked Bonfim, since the best predictors picked Belal, the weighted stake was less than just the raw stake or whatever. So this is what I've been able to create on Excel so far. Just I created the weighted profit like last week or something. So this week, this might be too much if I go back in weeks. So I probably shouldn't do that for this. So I won't. Well, maybe I will. Okay, so, and then the weighted, so last week was Song Yudong versus Figgy. So I had like, okay, this is getting way too much for this video. I actually should not do this, but last week, the stake was, it was negative. So last week I did well on my bets. So I navigated the card correctly, especially because I actually picked Angela Hill to win outright. I picked her on Tapology. So I was definitely not betting anything on Angela Hill. So I just didn't bet a lot on certain things. And then, yeah, so I was up $2.5 last week, but we're not counting that for the Bankroll challenge. I was also up, like, my bets, I was up $3.80 the week before that, and I was up this week, but I didn't write it down, and I don't know, dude. And I was down this week or something on the system. Who cares? I don't know, dude. I've been doing this, but the system's up so far total. I don't care. Breakdown or reaction for this card. I mean, yeah, Belal's done. I even watched his wrestling match where he got 10-0'd. He had a wrestling match recently where he got 10-0'd, and he even got eye poked in the beginning of the wrestling match. It was kind of weird. I watched everybody's matches for the last, like, so who did better than I thought? Who did worse than I thought? Who the fuck cares, dude? This was a card. I just care that Bryce Mitchell won. He's my favorite fighter right now. My all-time favorite was George St. Pierre because I'm a Canadian, and I mean, it's standard. He's the greatest of all time. Also, he only lost twice, and he avenged those losses. And then I also, favorite fighter is, holy crap, I am freaking blanking on his name. He's the boa constrictor. Oh my gosh. He's Russian. Oh my gosh. Fuck it. Alexei Olenek. Motherfucker. That's my second favorite fighter. He was awesome. Anyway, alright, so, yeah, so Belal's done, he's, like, loser mode. Gabriel, I barely even watched this fight, it's kind of boring. Brendan Allen almost lost. I think he should have lost. I think Edmund won round 1 and round 2. 30-27s, that's so stupid, such stupid scorecards. So, yeah, I actually think that Edmund Shabazian won this fight, and then Faraz, yeah, he lost. He was too small. Tom Nolan just dominated in the grappling based off size. I probably could have seen that coming based off the size. Maybe we could have analyzed the face-offs and, like, seen the energies or something. I don't know. I'll go back and look at the face-offs and see if I could have saw something. Who knows? This was the biggest, the big upset that made me lose. I could have been up, I guess I don't give a fuck. Anyway, Bryce Mitchell, this is all I care about. Bryce Mitchell won. It was actually a super fun little contest, especially because in the pre-fight interview, this Luna guy, he was saying that he was going to beat Bryce everywhere, and that he was very confident. He was, like, delusionally cocky, and that's what Fight Fairy said as well. Fight Fairy also pointed that out, and I listened to the interview before that, and I just, like, was glad that Fight Fairy also saw that, so... Fight Fairy is one of the best predictors, and she just predicts. She does tape study and does face-off feeling of energy and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. I'm breaking down the fucking card. I did. Matt Schnell, like, denied this or something. Like, was protesting at the end. He was gonna, like, grapple from the bottom. I don't know. Kind of whatever. I don't care. I like it when people are smart and they actually have good game plans. So he was doing leg kicks against Tafa because Tafa was getting destroyed by the Indian with leg kicks. That's even, yeah, I made a little note of that he was getting destroyed by leg kick. People were saying that Tafa was going to lose on the fucking feet, or Tafa was going to win on the feet. That's ridiculous. Yeah, visibly losing to leg kicks against the Indian. Everybody saw that. I will a Scorpio Tiger. That's pretty serious. And, McGee, I didn't even watch this because I was at the gym. My gym closes at like 7 p.m., but McGee won a decision. I saw like the end of the third round. I watched all the rest of the fights. Bruno Silva got destroyed. I don't know what to say about that, really. I mean, what is there to say? Bruno Silva got destroyed. I'm pretty sure it was round 1 if I remember. Yeah, Chelsea Chandler was super emotional about this. That was pretty nice to see. I do like that. I don't understand why she, like, denied the handshake before the fight. And Priscilla Cachoeira seems like a nice person, so I was kind of upset to see her seem so, like, unhappy after. Like, she almost, like, seemed like she didn't put enough in. She has regrets. Like, it's kind of feels bad for Cachoeira, really, because she's a dog. She seems like a nice lady. So, kind of sad, upsetting. But in Chelsea Chandler, I mean, dominant, I guess. Yeah, I felt good until I felt bad for her. Whatever. And Levitt, I didn't watch this enough because I was getting ready to go to the gym. So, yeah. I mean, I think he was winning at the beginning of the first round. I don't know. Who cares? Dubin is beautiful. That's all I care. Split decision, that was scary as shit. I remember when they were calling that out, I was scared as shit, man. Who cares? Chavez looked good. She was a dog. She was like catching kicks and trying to get takedowns and stuff. Did well, better than I thought she would. They both did much better than I thought they would. And Souza and Carnelossi, what happened here again? Carnelossi just got destroyed. She didn't even put up much resistance. That's the end of the fight card. I'm starting a Bankroll challenge. Hopefully I get the video out before, because I've been up money lately and I've just been doing well in picks and shit, like. But as I say that, that's when it all stops. I don't need too much attention. I'm kind of just doing this for myself, just because I have been doing so well. So yeah, I don't know. I don't want any negative attention or even negative criticism. I don't even know why I'm like uploading this video. Don't even put a comment in the fucking thing. Nah, you can do. I don't care. I don't give a shit. This is for me though. Yeah, I love researching UFC and just like sitting with my dogs and shit and just like having the UFC like Fight Pass on the phone. Yeah, I pay for Fight Pass. It's a really good thing. It's really cool. Fight Pass is great. No ads on these like trying to like steal or trying to like watch fights for free or whatever. Anyways, all right. I think this video's done. I'm done. I'm gonna go walk my dogs. Weighted steak, very cool concept. That's the whole thing. So how I chose my bet sizes, I would like have $100. So the most you want to ever bet is 5% of your bankroll. So this is like the stakes are compared to 100%. This is like twice as much. So I just divided everything by 2. So basically like the max you could bet, like if you didn't divide by 2 is 9.7, so the max I could bet was like 4.3 or whatever. Or no, 4.8 or whatever. Who the fuck? I don't know. Dude, I'm not good. I'm apparently not good. I'm just not good at math. That's why I have Excel to do the math for me. But yeah. So my max bet size, I just took the weighted stakes and then divided them by 2 and then multiplied it by a confidence factor. So my confidence for like Zion was apparently like I think it was like 80%. So I took my calculator. Do I have one on my? So I took like Zion was like 7.88 times 0.5. And then so that would be like if I had 100% confidence, that's what I would bet would be 3.94. But then I do a confidence factor. I think I was like 85% confident in ZM. No, I was like 80%. So I ended up betting $3 on ZM because after all the. So yeah, that's what I was doing. I was just timesing these like units by 0.5 and then timesing it by a confidence factor. And this has been profitable for the last little bit, and it seems like really hard to not be profitable doing this. Like my confidence factor in ZM was huge compared to the other people, and that was just a huge mistake on my part. I could have had more confidence in other people or less confidence in ZM, but ultimately this system is pretty hard to lose with. So, man, now it's 20 minutes. Okay, that's that. There's a quick recap in there somewhere. $100 bankroll challenge. I'm at $143. Maybe see it in that little pic right there. But yeah, this is where my bankroll is at now. We'll see where it goes next week. Bye.